Okay, here we have our board all set up, and let's go ahead and take a regular turn. So we're beginning day one, we're in the morning phase, and Sam's gonna take his turn first. The morning actions he could do for chefs would be to promote, advertise, set special, hire a cook. With standard actions, he can also prep a station, purchase supplies, or clean. In this instance, Sam is going to do the most common action. He's going to take his commis action, and he is going to go purchase supplies. Looking at the board, he can see a number of cards that fit well with his pie shop, including French onion soup and lentil stuffed peppers. He knows for one of the recipes, he'll need more cheese. For one of the recipes, he'll need more vegetables. In this instance, he's going to take the French onion soup because he already has a bread that he got as part of the opening ingredients. So from here, he'll take 3 vegetable markers and place them here in the saucier section. All ingredients when purchased are placed in box 1 of the section that shows that picture. That is the end of Sam's turn. He then draws the card. So in this instance, he's going to take the French onion soup and put it next to his board, knowing that at the end of the round, we'll go into the evening phase where we'll cook the reservations that we have in our board. Julie now refills the board. And from here, you can see that Julie picked an excellent card for her theme. M&E Cheese wants bread and starch. And so with this, she will go shopping also. She will place this here to get cheese, and we'll take 3 cheese tokens and put them in the sous chef section, because again, all purchased ingredients go in box 1. She selects cheese souffle and places it next to her board, and her turn is over. We go back to Sam. Sam can see he needs cheese, and unfortunately Julie took the first slot, so he will first refill the board. Second, purchase supplies with one of his chef markers. So he will get 2 cheese and place them in the proper box. He knows because the second player that visits the store always gets 2. And then he will also take a card from the board. He will take lentil stuffed peppers. His turn is now over. Julie first is going to refill the board. Coconut shrimp has none of the ingredients that she wants, and so she is going to take barbecue chicken as her card this turn. But first she's going to take an action, and in this instance, she's going to promote. So she takes one of her chef tokens and places it here in the promote, and then moves her commis to be the saucier. What this does is this allows Julie to get 2 actions in the evening phase instead of the 1 action that she would have got for her commis. She still needs to either pick a card or pass, because you can pass in a turn as long as you end up with 3 cards as you have 3 tokens. This means in the first turn, you can pass once. She is going to pass right now and see if the board has a better cards after Sam chooses his. Now it's Sam's turn. He can see he still needs ingredients, and one of the things he still needs quite a bit of is cheese. So he's going to visit the cheese store again and pick up 2 more cheese to put into his sous chef station. Now you can see with the 3 and the 1 that the 4 cheese is enough to fulfill his 2 cards. He has 1 bread, so the only thing he really needs left is a vegetable. He still needs to pick a card, however, so he is going to take a card that has fewer actions, even though it doesn't help him as much. And he takes barbecue chicken and places it next to his reservation pool. Now, Julie flips over the card, and you can see she gets all 2 actions, so she knows she has to get out to the store. Unfortunately, I see Julie forgot to pick a card at the end of last turn, so we'll kind of fix that up right now by picking coconut. Oh, she passed. My fault. She passed. So, Julie has the correct number of cards. She is going to revisit the store because she knows she needs bread. She'll take 3 bread tokens and put them in box 1. Now she must pick a card as she only has 1 token left after this and must get to 3 cards. She doesn't like anything she sees in the board, and although it's risky, she always has the option of pulling off the main deck. So she will simply take Caprese Salad and place it next to her board. Wasn't a great card for her, but wasn't all bad as well. Finally, we're to Sam's last turn. Sam knows that if he can either get 2 meat or 1 vegetable, he has enough to fulfill, although he will not have enough actions to fulfill. Because you can see we need 3, 2, and 1 for 6 actions, and in the evening phase, Sam will only have 4. But if he goes out now and gets 2 meats, actually he'll come out here and get 3, and place them again in his sous chef area, he should have enough to cover 2 of his reservations, and he knows that you can always push 1 reservation until the next night. Now with Julie's last token, she can see that she might be having some trouble. She has enough to fulfill cheese souffle, and she has almost enough to do caprese salad. So she's going to come out and go visit and get fruit, and with this get 3 fruit tokens in the sous chef area, again placing them in section 1, and taking a card she feels is easy to fulfill, coconut shrimp, which will be easy to fill or push off to the next day. So that was the end of the morning phase. Sam will refill the last reservation pool. And so at this point, we reset for the evening phase. In the evening phase, I make sure that there are no tokens on my board, and I simply go and collect my tokens, filling in the areas that are required. The head chef still gets 3 actions. The commis gets 1. In Julie's case, the head chef gets these 3. The saucier gets this 1, and you can see she's out of tokens, so she goes to her pile and fills in for the extra 1 that she needs. Sam has 4 actions. Julie now has 5. In the evening phase, we take our reservation cards and begin laying out ingredients and action markers that fill those actions. In this case, barbecue chicken needs 2 meats, which I pull from my sous chef storage, and needs 1 action. Because it's a meat action, my commis can only work with starch. I must pull the action marker from my head chef area. And that card is fulfilled. French onion soup, I can also fulfill with 1 cheese, 3 vegetables, and 1 starch. Because I use starch on this card, I can use the commis action to fulfill 1 of the 3 actions. The other 2 will have to come from my head chef. Now you can see, while I have almost enough ingredients to make lentil stuffed peppers, I do not have enough, and I will simply push this reservation off to the next night. For right now, I simply put it off to the side, on its side, near my board, to remind myself that that reservation will have to be fulfilled at some point in the future. Now I come and do the same thing with Julie. Now, Julie's in a much better position for filling ingredients, and as a matter of fact, I believe can fulfill all the ingredients that she would need to fill, but with 5 actions, she is still 1 action short of having everything done. So in this case, Julie's going to look at points and realize that caprese salad might be the best start. She'll take 1 fruit, 1 vegetable, and 1 cheese, and the 1 action marker from the saucier, who can work with fruits and vegetables, but not with cheese, and 1 from her head chef. And then for the cheese souffle, she'll take 1 cheese and 1 bread, and again needs 2 action markers, 1 from her saucier and 1 from her head chef. Now you can see she does not have enough actions to fulfill coconut shrimp, even though she has enough ingredients. And so with her final head chef action, she will simply go and place an emergency order, which only the head chef can do. And since she has no need for any one specific ingredient, she will flip a card and take 2 random vegetables from the bottom right-hand side of that card. She takes the 2 vegetables and puts them in box 1. Now, both chefs have completed their... and then we'll push coconut shrimp off till the next day. Now you can see both chefs have fulfilled all that they can, have pushed off one, so none of them are going to take any negative points. Now return the markers to your board. Return any used ingredients to their proper shop. And take the cards that you fulfilled, place them upside down underneath your theme card. And I'll do the same with Julie. And now these can come over back to your reservation area, but we usually leave them sideways to show that they were the previous night's reservation, as I will still have to draw 3 reservation cards for this next round, round 2. Although I can still push off 1 reservation, allowing me to only have to fill 3. This was a standard turn, taking the cards that we needed to take, fulfilling ingredients, and placing them as needed. I hope you enjoy, continue playing, and if you have any more specific questions about actions, you can always consult the board. Thank you. There's nothing worse than getting to the end of the video and realizing that you have forgotten something important. I did not score the reservation cards that either chef completed for the day before I put them under the theme card. So for Sam, you can see we completed the barbecue chicken and French onion soup. And for that, he'll score 20 points for the barbecue chicken, 50 points for the French onion soup, for a total of 70 points. But he does have to subtract the cost of his commis, which would be $10. So he will end the round with $60. Because Julie promoted one of her kitchen staff from commis to saucier, she'll have to spend $20 for his pay for the night. So her $70 worth of recipes for her cheese souffle and caprese salad minus 20 means she will be scoring 50 points for the round.